Additionally, they're really promoting saturated fats, but when you actually look at the guidelines, that recommendation hasn't changed. So before it was less than 10% of your calories coming from saturated fat, now it's 10%, so real semantics there. But they're stating that instead, you should be eating a lot of saturated fats, you should be using beef tallow and butter and all of these things. And this kind of comes from this aspect of the like Maha movement around seed oils. And what they do say is like, eat seeds, eat nuts, eat all these other things, but that difference between butter and beef tallow and all of that really goes down, not even in the guidelines, but more around some of the other cultural messaging around it, where seed oils have been deemed as this horrible thing. And when we really boil it down to all of the research, when we reduce saturated fat intake and increase our mono and polyunsaturated fat intake and basically replace those, we do see cardiovascular benefits in that across the board. If we are then reducing our saturated fat intake and replacing it with something that is maybe a more refined sugar or refined carbohydrate, then we start to see other health complications. So it's just a lot of nuance there. But what they're saying is, eat all these things high in saturated fat, and that's not actually matching up with what we can do in real life to meet first our overall dietary fat needs. If we're supposed to only get 10% from saturated fats, we are then woefully undernourished from an essential fatty acid standpoint, because they're saying do this, but we actually can't get enough if it's only 10% of our diet.